Hey folks, and welcome to another video of mine. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a video on Ryse Son of Rome. Now this is one of my favorite games from the last gen of consoles that we had, the Xbox One. In fact, this was a launch title when the Xbox One was launched. So it's quite an old game. I will put up the exact launch date of this game on screen so that you can take a look at that information as well. And just a few quick things that I want to talk about. Now this game is, apart from being old, is going to take around 37 GB of your storage. So if you're storing it on the internal storage, then keep that in mind. I have, however, if you could take a look at the information on the screen, stored this game on my external storage. So I've actually stored it on my hard disk drive, and I'm currently going to play from the hard disk drive. It's also going to give you an idea as to how this performs when you have games like this with this game size stored on an external storage, and how does that impact the load times, how does that impact the game overall. Does it have any negative impact at all on the gameplay? So these are a few of the things that we're going to take a look at. Of course, we are going to take a look at the FPS, we are going to take a look at the graphics, the resolution, and I'm going to let you know my overall impressions of playing this game on the Xbox Series S. I've already played this on the original Xbox One. I love this game. In fact, it reminds me of that movie, The Gladiator, which had Russell Crowe in it. It has a very similar flavor, you could say. So I'm quite excited, and let me get started, and I'll explain why I am still excited when I talk about this game and when I'm showing this game around. So with that said, let's get started, folks. Okay, so I've now quickly started the recording, and we're going to take a look at how this game looks. So let me just click that campaign, and please note that this game is actually stored on my external storage and not on the internal storage. So just thought I will let you know about that. Now the load screen looks beautiful. There are some beautiful backgrounds that are coming up of the level that I am about to get into. So I appreciate that. Everything looks neat, crisp, and my Xbox, currently the system settings is at 4K 60 FPS. So if you've got a 4K television, the game will automatically get upscaled to 4K. So if you do have a 4K TV, you can enjoy the games on your Xbox Series S at an upscaled 4K. That's why I always say in all my videos as to how important having a good 4K television is. By the way, the load times, if you have noticed, is not very short, and I'm going to put up a timer on the video as well so that you know exactly how long this takes to load. But so far it's taken quite some time to load. So I think we have already crossed the 1 minute territory, and that's pretty long given the Xbox Series S standards. But again, this could be because of the reason that it's not stored on the internal storage but on the external one. So we are finally into the game, and I'm just continuing my previous game. And wow, as you can see, the graphics on this game, it hasn't aged a day. In fact, this game somehow, for some strange reason, also reminds me of God of War, the latest God of War, that is. And from the character design to the backgrounds, etc., it does remind me of God of War. In fact, for a game which came out in 2014, because this was an Xbox launch title, Xbox One launch title, in fact, and it is that old. It came out in 2014. So for a game that old, it is beautiful. I just wanted to showcase this part as well, because the gameplay is so incredible of this. And I don't know if you can notice the fire effect, and you can notice the smoke. Everything is just mind-blowing. And if you take a look at this game, it's very difficult to say that this was made such a long time back. Look at those finishing moves, and every time they are different. Every time. Again, look at this. There's such a lot of variety, guys. I mean, look at the graphics, look at that fire effect, the particle effects every time the sword hits the shield. There's, you know, a lot of particle effects that you get, and oof. Come on. All right, yeah, there you go. So good, so good. I mean, look at this again. Ooh, incredible. Ooh, absolutely great. And even the cutscenes, you know, they're seamless. The cutscenes are fantastic as well. The quality of graphics is just mind-blowing. The detailing in the costume, in the weapons, everything is just so good. And even the moves, it feels fluid, it feels solid. I mean, this is a quality title, guys. Way ahead of its time. Way ahead of its time. I mean, just look at it. The light bouncing off the character, if you notice that. The movesets itself. And when the enemies take damage, their body movement as well. Ooh. Whoa. They had me cornered there. Whoa. Got it. Yeah, got it. So every time you do, you know, one of those finishing moves, you get a health regain. That's the advantage that you have of. In fact, it's an, you could say, an encouraging factor or a motivating factor for you to do as many of those finishing moves. Again, got one again. Oh, no. Come on. Yeah, there you go. There you have it. Whoa, look at that. Ooh. Superb. Mind-blowing. These guys are tough to beat, but and they're quite intelligent as well. I don't know what difficulty level I'm playing on. I don't exactly remember what difficulty level I have got on this game, but you see, the characters are quite smart. They're not exactly your average Joes. Whoa, look at that again. Look at that variety. Oof, that is good. Catapult fire. Great cutscene. I love the use of the motion blur in the background as well. That scene was incredible. I mean, the falling of that structure, the destruction of that structure, the fire in the background, the level of characters, you know, in the scene right now, the amount of soldiers that are there in the scene right now. I mean, just look at the detailing, the particle effects, the smoke, the flag in the background. Everything is incredible. And even the cutscenes, they gel so well with the main gameplay. You won't feel like you're actually, got this difference of quality in cutscene as well as the main gameplay. There's hardly a difference. I mean, just look at this. It is mind-blowing that they could actually do this way back in 2014, and that too on Xbox One. Now, this is not an Xbox Series X or an X updated or upgraded game. This is still the same old game that came out on the Xbox One. So not an upgrade, not an update, but incredible to look at. Incredible. These cutscenes, they are absolutely fantastic. The characters were also well designed. The facial expressions, if you can see it, the lip syncing, the voice acting, spot on. And whoa, the detail of the armor, the detail of that hat, if you look at it, the feathers in it, the hair textures, the beard, you know, the rough beard on the main character's face, the protagonist. And whoa, this looks good. It looks so good.
Salute your new centurion!
Again, the motion blur. It's so good. Only the characters are in focus, you know, everything else in the background is blurred. It gives this beautiful feeling. And the foreground as well, the rocks, you know, from the destruction that are there on the ground, they're so well detailed. The ground itself, such a lot of detail, great textures all around, whether it's your character's costume, whether it's the ground, whether it's your structures, like the one that just got destroyed with the flames. The textures are fabulous. Fabulous. Oh, and look at the voice acting. It's just mind-blowing. Oh, we are Rome. That was a neat effect, you know, how the characters in the foreground now got blurred, and then the focus is now on that background character who is running and coming towards our main characters. Rather. Whoa. Everything looks sharp, by the way. This does not look like a game from 2014, and I keep saying that because it's aged so well. It's like fine wine. And let me tell you about the story as well. The story was decent, in fact more than decent. I personally enjoyed the single player campaign when I played it way back then, and again it had this very gladiator type feeling, maybe also because of the fact that, you know, I'd seen the gladiator a couple of times, you know, before I played this game, so maybe that had an impact on me as well, and why I felt this game was like the Gladiator, the movie that is, with Russell Crowe in it. But the storyline is more than decent. The gameplay is fantastic. You would never get bored. And you would definitely never get bored of looking at the levels. Each level that you progress through in the game is so beautifully designed. I mean, the foliage, the water effects, the sky. I mean, look at this, the trees, the plants, the use of colors. The costume is a bright red. So there's a lot of variety with the colors as well. And it's not a dull game. And there is never a dull moment as well, I would say. It is action-packed. And you're in the heat of the action with this game. So you're always clicking on those buttons, those clicky Xbox controller buttons. And again, every part of this game is so beautifully designed. I am just surprised that this holds up so well after these many years. Stellar voice acting. The textures on the skin as well. I don't know if you can notice that. Incredible. Just incredible. I mean, from the eyelashes to the eyebrows to the hair moving. I don't know if you can make that out. And again, the use of that motion blur is absolutely perfect. It looks like a movie. It feels like a movie. You feel like you're a part of this movie and you are the hero, the protagonist of this film, and you're taking this journey. So I do have an option of skipping this as well, but I've not skipped the cutscene. Just because I just want to show you how beautiful this is.
Understood, Commander.
And
Small detachment will infiltrate the enemy camp.
mind-blowing, guys, mind-blowing. I can't, stress enough on the fact as to how good this game actually looks on, and it shines on the Series S. There is no frame drops, nothing, no stuttering, no ghosting, no screen tearing, nothing is happening. It's a solid frame rate. I'll put up those frame rates on the screen for you as well, so that you know exactly what I'm talking about. But in terms of the graphics, 2 thumbs up. In terms of the frame rates, 2 thumbs up. In terms of the gameplay, amazing. And again, I'll just take this time to just pan the camera very slowly, and you can take a look at, oh, that dragonfly. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at the light bouncing off the water and those rocks there, and the light bouncing off the tree leaves. The use of the lighting in this game is also excellent. The light bouncing off the rock, and there's no ray tracing in this game, by the way. Look at the quality of, the water flowing. It's beautiful. just mind-blowing. Wow, the reflection on the water is also so good. Supposed to be going here. All right, look at this level. There's such a lot of you could say variations in the you could say the way each level looks. Like the last level, you only had, you know, bricks and stones, and it had a very you could say construction type feel to it, whereas this one feels more natural, out in the open, water or the stream of water running down right beside you, and the trees, the plants, the foliage. Whoa. It's just incredible. And again the gameplay, right into the battle. Again, finishing move, very good. And I don't know if you've noticed how the camera, you know, it pans into the action, the main action, and then there's this motion blur effect, a cinematic effect, you could say, and it does give it that cinematic feel. There's such a lot of detail right now on screen. I mean, the flowers, the grass, the ground, the sky, the clouds, and a lot of fine particles as well, like leaves floating, falling down from the trees. Whoa, this is gorgeous, guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Just look at that.
Too dangerous to
So we'll stop here today, and do let me know, you know, what you feel about this. Share your thoughts with me in the comments. Talk to me, guys. Let me know what you think about this game. If you haven't already played this game, I would highly recommend that you do, because it's one of those titles which has aged very well with time. Everything is top notch, from the voice acting to the graphics to the resolution to the frame rate to the way it looks overall. And this is one game that I will definitely highly recommend. Even the storyline is excellent. The gameplay you've already seen is so good. So again, highly recommend this game. Do play it out. In case you have certain thoughts about this game, do let me know. And yeah, it'd be great to hear from you. I look forward to your comments after I post every single video of mine. Now, with that said, please do hit that like and subscribe button as well if you haven't already. Hit that like and subscribe, and also hit that bell icon in case you want to get notified with all my latest videos. I do put out videos like this on gameplay, and especially on my Series S. So I try to put out one video every week of the various games that I have grown fond of over a period of time, and even new titles when launched. I try to download them, and I'll try to put up a video on the gameplay with my commentary and what I think, what are my thoughts on that game. So yeah, if you like this kind of content, then you can definitely subscribe to my channel and also share it with your friends and family members in case they are into gaming as well. So with that said, that's a wrap for this one, folks. This is me signing off, and until we meet again in the next video, folks, take care, stay safe, and may God bless you all.